Hi, welcome to Chapter 7, Strategic Marketing Planning. And in this chapter, we'll look at these objectives that follows: identify the key elements of strategic business planning, identify the nature of corporate planning, outline a process of creating a marketing plan, and also describe the content of a typical marketing plan, describe fundamental strategies, and explain the control and evaluation procedures used in marketing planning. All right, so let's get into it. If we look at strategic business planning variables, we have objectives, strategies, and execution. If you look at objectives, it is what is to be accomplished. Strategies is how objectives will be achieved, and execution is detailed action plan and also the tactics that you're going to be used. So here again, making decisions really about these three variables is what corporate plans and functional plans in an organization formulate plans by clearly identifying these objectives, strategies, and execution details. And if you look at the objectives a little bit closer, an example would be they outline how much sales revenue possibly is to be achieved, or market share for that matter, over a year period. So objectives are specific, measurable, and time-based. Strategies are statements that outline the objectives and usually identify the resources necessary to achieve these objectives, such as money and people and time. Execution or tactics refers again to the plan of action that outlines in specific detail how you're going to implement. And tactical plans usually provide details of an activity's cost and timing. So if we look at a business plan process from top to bottom, we look at from a corporate plan to marketing plan, and of course we have the 4 P's outline there: product, price, promotion, and place. And as you can see in marketing communications, you have also advertising all the way down to public relations. So a strategic plan, the process of determining objectives and identifying strategies and tactics within the framework of the business environment that will contribute to the achievement and the objectives. Right? So this has to be well identified, and that will be help to achieve the objectives. Is a comprehensive process done at most levels of an organization. So if we look at a corporate plan, right, sets the direction for the organization and provides direction for all company functions and areas, right? So the corporate plan is developed by senior executives mostly, and usually includes 3 variables: a vision statement, mission statement, or a statement of corporate objectives. So this type of plan direction for all the functionaries of the company, including marketing, and in this case it's long-term in nature, and it certainly is broad in scope and considers the overall and well-being of the organization. So a mission statement, a statement of purpose and operating philosophy in the direction the organization will take. And this is certainly the organization will take, and also a statement that has to be very clear and defined. A vision statement is a statement of what an organization would like to be and where it would like to be in the future. And a value statement reflects the organization's culture and priorities that guide an organization's process. So this is from one company to another. There may be different titles on the statements as well. Nonetheless, the intentions of the statements remain the same. And here is mission statement and vision statement of PepsiCo. So what I'd like you to do for your projects, I'd like you to look up your company's mission statement, and if they have also a vision statement too, So if we look at corporate objectives, these are statements of company's overall goals. They take their direction from the mission statement. They may state how much return or investment or what level of sales or market share is needed or desired for a particular segment. And objectives may certainly also include statements about where the company might diversify and what business they're going to acquire in the future, what is their social responsibility, and also if they're really, very well written, it's very quantifiable in terms that they can be measured and to be attained. Corporate strategies, plans outlining how the objectives are to be achieved. This, when devising strategies, an organization considers several factors: marketing strength, degree of competition in markets the company operates in, financial resources, research and development capabilities, and also commitment. So, for example, Pepsi, we looked at before, committed to business and financial success while leaving a positive imprint on society. There is also penetration strategy. This calls for an aggressive and progressive action to achieve growth among existing products, and PepsiCo aggressively markets its key brands to ensure financial growth, and some of the brands are listed there. So in many cases, the marketing managers they devise annual marketing plans that are designed to improve the business performance of all these brands and to penetrate the market further by increasing market share. And in many cases, the company wants to stay ahead of its competitors and maintain a strong presence among consumers. Next strategy is acquisition. Here, a company acquires other companies that represent profitable opportunities, just like Google has acquired Waze and also has acquired recently Fitbit. Now, also another strategy is new products. New products in new markets produce new revenue streams for a company. This is very important. And a lot of companies like Kraft might develop and successfully launch completely new products, such as what you see there, a meal, which is packaged in a squeezable container, small enough to carry in a purse or pocket. So this gives them another avenue, probably, of revenue stream. We also have vertical integration strategy, where the company owns and operates businesses at different levels of the channel of distribution. For example, here we see Apple traditionally markets its range of computers through an independent dealer network and various catalog merchants. But in an attempt to get closer to its customers, the company decided to open its own retail network, owning and operating retail stores. Certainly was not initially an area of their expertise, but of course it has become huge and multi-billion profit for business for Apple. And just like they did now, they're going to do their own processors. They've developed their own processors, and used to be Intel, and now Apple will be doing their own. When you are a trillion-dollar company, you can certainly do so many things and become completely independent. Also, horizontal integration. A corporation operates many companies at the same level of the channel, and like Facebook picked up Instagram, they're both platforms, and so this is called horizontal integration. There's also strategic alliance, a relationship between two or more companies who decide to work together to achieve common goals. Now, this is something maybe that you guys could look at if you want to have the strategic alliance in your projects. If you want to align yourself with another company, that would be great if you want to do that. And this helps, these alliances help to reduce costs and improve operating efficiencies. Right, so the target says that the relationship brings the true experience and also happens to add a lot to their revenue streams. Divestment strategy, removing an entire division of a company through sale or liquidation. A lot of companies will sell off certain lines, certainly, and this is sometimes will add cash flow to their company and will eliminate sometimes certain parts of the company that they find were not as profitable as others, and they could concentrate on bigger parts of their company and their product line, I should say. We also have marketing planning. This is the analysis, planning, implementation, evaluation, and control of marketing initiatives in order to satisfy target market needs and organizational objectives. So if you look at the process, it starts from corporate objectives and strategies and all the way down to corrective action. So these marketing plans are short-term in nature, specific in scope. They deal with one product or precise action that they have to do. Combine strategies and tactics, and they are also subject to change on short notice. The background situation analysis is the collecting of information from knowledgeable people inside and outside the organization and from secondary sources such as external influences, market analysis, product analysis, competitive analysis, and SWOT analysis. So you will have to do a SWOT analysis for your project. Again, so these trends and this information were discussed in previous chapters we did, but in this case certainly takes a step ahead, and it's a variety of the information which is compiled and analyzed and summarized in the front section of the marketing plan. If you also look at the marketing plan background information, it would look something like this. You can look at this, also have this information in section L03 of your document. Marketing plan, or the plan section or the positioning statement, this acts as a focal point for the development of marketing strategies and the utilization of the mix. In the context of this, this positioning strategy statement acts as a focal point for development of marketing strategies. Effective positioning statements certainly have to be realistic, specific, uncomplicated, and they clearly distinguish what the brand has to offer. Like Visa gives you the confidence that you are able to do anything. That is a statement that tells you more people go with Visa, right? So to illustrate, this considers a positioning statement that has guided Visa Canada recently. Visa gives you the confidence that you are able to do anything. The benefits of having and using a Visa card are successful, portrayed in ads that say more people go with Visa. So you can look this up also for your company that you have chosen. What is their plan section positioning statement? And we look at the marketing objectives or a marketing plan. We have marketing objectives and marketing strategies. The objective statements outlining what a product or service will accomplish in 1 year, usually expressed in terms of sales volume, market share, or profit. So there's a lot of things that you have to do for your project that you have to look up from your company, and certainly objectives are important, and what are their strategies. So marketing objectives concentrate on sales volume, market share, profit, and product launch. Okay, so sales volume, really to achieve a unit volume, is important. Market share, to achieve a market share is a percent, let's say a higher percentage in 1 year, that would be an objective. Profit, how much more profit can you make? And also product launch, and you'll launch a new product when in 1 year. So you can look at those things for your marketing plan for your company. Do the companies that you have chosen have any objectives in the following 12 months? Okay, so marketing strategies identify target markets and satisfy the needs of those targets with a combination of marketing mix elements within budget constraints. So the master plans for achieving marketing objectives. Marketing strategies usually include 3 main elements, and a description of the target market, discussion about how the various elements of the market mix will be used, and also a budget. If you specifically look at the target market, a group of customers who have certain characteristics in common, and this could be a profile. Oops, sorry, apologize for that. This could be a profile that you might have might represent the primary target for the compact, or let's say of a car like we see here, right? Where if you look and see what exactly, who will buy this type of car, right? It's targeting younger males or females with socially active urban lifestyle. One thing you could look for in your target markets for your projects is not what the companies are targeting today, but what do you think they're going to target in 5 months? If we continue to have this pandemic raging around us, will the companies need to change their process when it comes, or strategy, and search for a different target market? So think about that when you're doing your project, and it's an important part of it. So the marketing mix budget, right? Develop a plan of attack so that all the marketing mix elements combine to achieve the marketing objectives. So at this stage of the planning process, the role and importance of each component comprise every component are identified. The task is to develop a plan of attack so all the elements combine to achieve the marketing objectives. And the budget allocated across all company products allows funding to implement these strategies and to achieve financial objectives for product. We also have marketing execution. This is planning that focuses on specific program details that stem directly from the strategy section of the plan, often referred to as tactics, right? So in general terms, a tactical plan outlines the activity, how much of it will cost, what the time will be, and who will be responsible for implementing this marketing tactic. And detailed tactical plans from all components in the plan, product improvement, advertising, promotion, and so on. And marketing plan section would look something like this. Okay. And just to say this, you'll find this in section L03. So fundamental marketing strategies, you're going to have 4. What do you think your company is in what strategy? As you can see, a market penetration is an existing product in an existing market. A product development or a new product is in a product development section, which is a new product and existing market. You also have market development, which is an existing product in a new market, and diversification, a situation in which a company invests its resources in a totally new direction of the company. This is why you've got new product and new market. So for your company that you have chosen, which of these 4 strategies would you think is being implemented? And talking about product development strategy, companies are certainly expanding their product mix to offer more convenience for shoppers. And for example, here Shoppers Drug Mart is no longer just a drugstore. It is a one-stop shopping destination for women. It also is a place where you could buy eggs. So it has come a long way, and it's not really called a pharmacy or a drug mart anymore, as much as we still have that title, only because for identification. But a lot of these pharmacies or drug marts, states or here in Canada, today have really diversified. As you can see when you walk in there, they one day will probably also change your oil in your car, just like Costco it can do. So they really have diversified a lot, and a lot of these places realize that they need to develop a strategy for this. And almost done. Marketing control and evaluation embrace 3 basic elements. Establish standards of performance, measuring performance results against objectives, and taking corrective action when needed, right? So this is marketing control, which is the process of measuring, like I said, and evaluating the results of marketing strategies. And so marketing control, again, involves these three basic elements. So if we look at the market control process, it would look something like this. And market activity reviews, the effectiveness of a marketing plan is measured against a few indicators like sales volume, market share, and profit. Activity and reviews typically occur on a quarterly basis and often involve the gathering of a big meeting with all the brand managers, sales managers, and marketing directors. This is a process that they have to go through on a regular basis. So you could just imagine now, this now in the last 5-6 months that we've been going through this pandemic, how marketers have rallied and had to develop all kind and implement quickly. So if you look at what's happening right away in marketing today, you'll see that they have already completely redone a lot of their marketing campaigns. And of course you can notice that because you can see people in commercials and advertisement wearing masks. The language, what they say, how they say it has changed. So really this has come a long way very quickly, and can just tell you how hard some of these marketing campaigns or directors or staffs really go out and know how to change things and pivot very quickly into some other direction. So the process, marketing activity reviews, financial reviews, and strategic control reviews. So if you look at the last one, right, is more of a long-term in nature than marketing control. And so since conditions in the marketplace change rapidly, like economy, and again, with what's happening today, that really puts it in perspective, soon become outdated. So everything that was before this pandemic is pretty much outdated, and everything has to be changed. So you can imagine how much focus and costs and marketing budgets have exploded in the last couple of months because of this pandemic. So as much as we hear there's no unemployment, or there's more people that are unemployed, I can tell you for a fact that there's a lot of people still working very hard, especially in marketing. Yeah, so marketing really has to keep pace with change. So you need these type of plans, contingency plans, offer alternative courses of action that can be used to modify the original plan if and when new circumstances arise. This is not more so true as it is today. You have some what ifs there, but I should have updated it, of course. And the biggest what if is something that the world we're living in never really expected. We are in the midst of it. We don't even know when this is going to end, how big it's going to become, and how many people it's actually going to affect. So you could just imagine this contingency plan now for this what if of this pandemic, and how far marketing campaigns have to go to change things. But they're certainly not going to stop. Marketing will not stop. They will find ways to do it, find ways to get the word out on their markets and their products for sure. And also to change directions, like we said, contingency plans, pivotal plans, all the same thing. So I would really like you to do a pivot plan for what you think that company has done, or you can look that up for sure. What is their pivot plan they have done in the last few months? And you can also give a perspective on what you think they're going to do if this continues, let's say for a year, and alas, maybe 2. Great. Thank you.